We have landed in Mallorca for the start of the first ever ON Triathlon Academy. They have brought together some of the brightest up-and-coming short-course triathlon talent and essentially supercharged their triathlon journey. Whilst here in Mallorca, these athletes will eat, sleep and breathe triathlon and under the watchful eye of 9-time world champion and triathlon legend, Javier Gómez.
So we've just arrived at the villas where the 4 athletes are going to be staying for the next week or so. I mean, I don't think I need to say this. This is a pretty amazing experience for these athletes. Not only are they getting support from On, but also Canyon and Sailfish. Now, of course, these athletes want to excel in the sport. And I can tell you, having kind of been there, done this, just how tough this is, trying to finance it all, travel the globe, hit all those races. Well, essentially, this academy is hoping to remove those barriers, as well as providing training support, mentorship, amongst many other things, essentially allow these athletes to reach their full potential. Right, so it is 8 a.m. The athletes, I believe, are having some breakfast now, so we're going to head on in just before they head out for their first workout of the day. Good.
So who are these young athletes? We have Aspen from Australia, 2023 Commonwealth Youth Games champion. Himena from the USA, second at the 2023 Commonwealth Youth Games. Then we have Canyu from China, 2024 Asian Youth Games champion. And Matisse from Canada, who placed third at the 2023 Junior World Champs. So an incredibly talented bunch, and whilst they devour their breakfast, let's find out a little more about the academy from the brains behind it all.
The ON Academy is a kind of a personal project. I just had myself a period where I was struggling with pressure in the qualification for the Olympics back in Rio 2016. And I don't know, that was a period in my life personally and now professionally where I realized, oh, there's something that I can do here. And I got all those learnings and that experience to make sure that I could do something from the position that I'm now. And when I joined On 4 years ago, I said, I really want to do that for this. I really want to do something for the sport. It took me a few years to understand what and how. And then 1 year ago, after Paris, I said, well, this is now the time. After the Olympics, we see many triathletes, going in different directions and surviving from the Olympic cycles or stuff like that. So I said, now is the time to launch this project, to tell this triathlon community that athletes can have an alternative or a space for them to grow and develop and take their time. And we are providing, obviously, equipment. We have partnered with 2 other brands because we know triathlon is 3 sports. So we, as a sportswear brand, but mainly focus on running, we cannot provide swimming or cycling gear. So we have partnered with Canyon and Sailfish for that. So we have all the athletes covered with gear for their training and racing. And then we realized that there's also something important in triathlon, that is the financial burden. So we are trying to help there with the logistics and also obviously the cost. We are covering cost of international races for them to have the experience, hopefully in different continents. We will sit with the athletes and chat about what races they want to do. But we are planning to do the races in different continents for them to have the experience of how is doing a continental cup in Africa, how it's different from Oceania or North America or South America. And we also have, this year we have 1 camp, but next year we are gonna organize 2 camps for them to gather together. They are gonna come with their coaches and we are gonna have some days of training and then learning from each other. And and in the future we want to provide more things. We have a project, it's a tool now in ON for every ON athlete that is called Athlete Compass. So it's beyond financial support and gear. We provide more holistic support. So I think these athletes can really benefit from that.
Okay, so as I've said, the athletes are out here for a little over a week. we're just joining for the day. We're day 3 or 4 into their camp already, and we'll hopefully actually be catching up with them at various points throughout the Academy's journey over the next year or so, which would be really cool. They're about to head out on their bikes, on their brand new Canon Aeroads actually, which is pretty cool. And then they've got some launch stuff later on, and then another swim later. I'm sadly, whilst I would love to go out on the bike with them, I'm going to be in the car following along, which is fine, to be honest. No, it is really. It would be cool to just follow along, get a little measure of them maybe on the climbs, and perhaps catch up with them on the road.
Now, to be honest, we had our work cut out trying to keep up with the guys on the small lanes. The easy spin looked more like a race-pace workout, but that happens when you get a nice new flashy bike to ride. Now, all the athletes will actually be racing in just a few weeks' time, so the camp has landed at a perfect time to get themselves set up and dialed in ahead of the season.
Well, I guess I'm kind of like a mentor for the athletes, you know, for these 4 young athletes. I'm trying to help them as much as I can with my experience of over 20 years of racing internationally. You know, I'll go to some races with them, trying to make things easier for them, you know, give them my advice regarding the specific situations of each race, you know, talk about the different courses, training before the race, all these things that sometimes can be a bit overwhelming when you are a young kid and you travel to the other side of the world. So, you know, the uncertainty sometimes of the races, you know, you don't know what you're going to get, and certain problems that always happen, you know, you have a problem with your bike when you build it after the trip, or it is tough. And back in the day, obviously, triathlon was not, at least in Spain where I grew up, it wasn't that big. So it was hard to find, there was a lot of uncertainty, you know. You didn't know if you were going to be good enough to make it professionally. I didn't know many professional triathletes. I didn't know that was a thing. And, you know, you don't know if you're going to be good enough. You have to stop doing other things for triathlon. So you have to take lots of decisions that are going to be important in your life at a young age, and you have to be mature and prepared for that. So hopefully we can advise them, you know, so they can make the best decisions they can possibly make.
It's a big effort to support and to finance all this material, and I think it's a big help for them that they have very good material already in this age, because they are competing on an international level and they need to have the best material. Not the best, but already on the way to the best, let's say. That's why we step down a little bit with the group set, because we would like to have an improvement if they go to the Olympics or something, to show them, hey, then you are again another level, and then you get a CFR and you get to a race or whatever highest level components. This is our fastest road bike. It's the Aeroad, also used by our 5 World Tour teams. We decided to equip them with the Aeroad CF SLX, with an Ultegra, Shimano Ultegra, and carbon wheels from DT Swiss. This is one of the fastest, let's say, aero bikes in the world today. Also ridden by guys like Mathieu van der Poel and Enric Mas and Kasia Niewiadoma, for example, when she won the Tour de France last year. So in the end, there are no excuses if they do not perform the right way. Of course, if they are on the highest level, we can make the last step and to improve a little bit. But yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay, so we're back from the bike ride and we're actually popping over to the athletes' villa now. There's a number of little villas in this little complex here. It's really cool. And we're actually meeting with a nutritionist, or the chef here this week, who has done a lot of nutrition work with Olympic athletes over the years. They're about to make a smoothie and get a bit more understanding of how they can help get nutrients in, recover and energize around sessions. But it's just a lot of fun, isn't it?
Now we work together. Now we say World
Now, interestingly, the athletes hadn't really met before the academy, yet seemed to be best of friends already. On one hand, they are competitors, but they also seem to be really looking out for and rooting for one another. It's clear that the scale of this opportunity isn't lost on them.
Yeah, when Maria called me to tell me about like the opportunity that I had to if I wanted to join the dream, it literally did sound like a dream. I was like, this is not real. Like you're like pulling my leg right now. I have to still pinch myself. I'm like, this is real. Like you're here. Like the gear we've gotten is next. It's incredible. The bikes and the wetsuits and all the on shoes and apparel. It's crazy. It's more than you could have ever hoped for. It's I'm like a kid in a candy store currently. Yeah,
it's crazy. We got to our rooms. And there were so many things, the bed was full of clothes, full of shoes. It was insane. It kind of what I dreamed of when I was little, and it coming true is insane. I can't believe it's real.
Yeah, very good. Selfish Canyon on running, very good.
When we came here, we thought it was gonna be a training camp, like every training camp you do with your federation, and now every day there's Javier pulling up, after that Nicolas, after that there's the Han founder, there's the CEO of Sailfish. It's just crazy. There's a lot of people here for us, and I'm really grateful for it.
Everyone's just gonna start
So good. Probably haven't seen them. I'm feeling. You didn't like it.
Did you like our one? Did you like the vitamin C one?
Yeah, I'm started triathlon at 14 years old. Before 14 years old, I'm a swimmer. I won many prizes, but during the COVID, many swimming pools in China were closed. So I started cycling with my classmates. One day, I saw a video about triathlon. I think, wow, it's a cool exercise. I think I can try it.
Yeah, so I started when I was 12, just at a local race that was on, and I really enjoyed it. I came from more of a running background, so I think my running background really helped me, definitely it's helping me now, but yeah, so in Australia, we have something called the school sports system, which is really big, and it's a big program in Queensland, especially where I'm from, and it makes a lot of great athletes. You probably know of Matt Hauser, so he came through that system as well. And you start in aquathon, and then you progress to triathlon after a certain age, and I just followed through that system. But it definitely helps that my dad used to race triathlon back in the day. So yeah, he definitely is a big influence on that. And I've got 3 younger siblings who also keep me on my toes. But yeah, that's how I started triathlon, and I haven't really looked back. Yeah.
So I'm a swimmer. I started swimming when I was 4 years old. As I grew, I kind of started to get really tired of just swimming and changed sports here and there. But in 2018, my brother went to the Youth Olympics in triathlon, and I was like, if he can do it, why can't I? So I got into triathlon. Because of him, you could say. And since then, since I'm 12, I've done triathlon.
So I got into the sport at the age of 13 years old. I was doing football before, and I switched to running because my parents were running every Sundays or something like that. So I switched to running with them and got into triathlon, like I said, at 13 years old, I think in 2016. And from there, I went to my high school where it was a program that was a triathlon program. So yeah, I did that for 5 years. After that, I graduated, and yeah, now I'm basically training in the USA, in Arizona, in Tempe. So yeah. We do 16 times 50, 4 on 50, 4 on 45, 4 on 40, 4 on 35.
It's going good.
She's hot. What are you on about? She's getting steamy.
the vision is obviously once we start something like another program we have for our track athlete, road athletes, or our professional triathlon athletes is the On Athletics Club, right? And it's pretty much the same. This one's not here to go in 2 years or 5 years, or it's not like a program that's only, embedded in the company to LA, towards the Olympics in Los Angeles in 28 or Brisbane in 32. This one's gonna, it should stay. And these 4 young, wonderful athletes, they should be just the beginning of something that should grow. And again, it shows nicely, right? It's 4 athletes, 2 girls or boys or, young adults. They joined and gave us the trust, into this program. And again, I think this is here to stay and grow, and they should be role models for all the athletes that are going to come. I only met them like 2 minutes before our launch, our presentation we had. But again, first impression, it's often, right, it's if the athletes are authentic, and that's what they felt like they are super authentic. And I think they have a strong belief, they have a good self-esteem, so they believe in themselves, but they also have goals. And as important, it's not only for us as the One brand supporting this initiative, but we love if athletes have big dreams. And they're already talking about maybe being part of the LA, the Olympic team for their country, for LA. So, it's going to be super important. They're going to send the message to the world of triathlon, to young talents. And that's why it's so important that we pick the right talents. Not only are they going to be the next champions, we don't know, but if they're, training the right way and sending the message what On and, our partner Stream is all about, I think that's the much important message for them to send for us.
Right, so they're almost wrapped up with their swim. They've been trying out their new kit, wetsuits, swim skins, got a bit of a workout in. But I gotta say, thoroughly enjoyed hanging out with these guys today. They are just genuinely really lovely people. Had a lot of fun, very funny. Aside from obviously being just very talented athletes as well. So really rooting for them this next year or so. But yeah, they're almost to wrap up, head back to Villa, have some grub.
So I will send someone a text message or a WhatsApp. Whoever gets the message needs to take the phone and see me with the surprise, okay? Cool. Are you Wi-Fi?
Oh, Kristen! Oh my God!
Kristen here. First of all, congrats and welcome to the On Triathlon Academy. It's certainly well deserved with the work you have already been putting in, and it's always great and important to have people and brands believing in you, and it will be quite exciting to follow you along on your journey. And just a little advice, don't be afraid of dreaming big, and the years are going quickly around, so before you know it, it's 2028 or 2032, and you're standing there on the start line on the biggest stage in the sport. And don't be afraid of already dreaming 8 years ahead and putting the work in, because certainly you have a big On family believing in you and that you can achieve great things in the future. So looking forward to follow you along on your journey.
Oh my God! Oh, Kristen! Thank you so much, Kristen. I really like you. I will train harder and harder. Wow.
Good job. Well, what a day, and what a lovely end to the day. I mean, congratulations to On, Canyon, Sailfish for the Academy. What they're doing is fantastic. We have had an amazing day following the athletes, and as I've said already, what a lovely bunch of people. Can't wait to follow their journeys. So we hopefully will have more videos coming over the next year or so, following their journeys and seeing where this academy goes. Well, if you guys have enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.